Hey Sagittarius, this is for Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising signs. Check your moon and rising signs for more resonance, okay? For a deeper understanding or a deeper resonance to your circumstances or just to what we're talking about at this time, which these readings are about your existence, why you exist, why you're here, your purpose. Um, Having a purpose can be is more complex than what people make it out to be. People just want a straightforward answer what their purpose is. Um, like I've been telling everybody in the beginning of these readings, Sagittarius, I see a purpose as like a table. Like tables have like it's pretty self-explanatory. Like having a table, you put stuff on top of it. Some people put things underneath it as well. So tables are all about placement, placing things on it, right? Um, but not all tables are just used for eating and dining, right? There are some tables that are used for decoration, put your plants on, like this table I have now, to read. Some people have tables that they read on. Some people have tables to put an altar on, to do rituals, to draw on. Maybe there's art tables and desks and things like that. So tables have many different forms and many different uses. But again, overall, tables are used to place things on or under, right? So I kind of look at having a purpose in that way. Um, I don't see it as just being cut and dry, and it's just like, oh, your purpose is to love, or your purpose is to just have make a bunch of money. It's like, well, that's part of it, right? People making a bunch of money in their lifetime is just a part of their purpose and their capabilities, and it really has a lot to do. Whatever we accommodate or accommodate, whatever energies we accommodate in this lifetime will also determine, what we do manifest and what we experience. So anyone who wants to accumulate material gain in this lifetime, it really does depend on your focus. So Sagittarius, um, springtime's almost here. If it is getting warmer, like it is in my neck of the woods, but if it's getting warmer in your area, as we get closer to springtime in about a month, less than a month's time, um, I pray that the sun warms your spirit as it does your bodies. All right, Sagittarius, we're just going to pull oracle messages. We're going to pull 4 oracle messages for you guys, okay? And the first oracle message is just the overall summary of your purpose and why you exist and who you are as a person, what is hindering you and what is supporting you in this life, in this journey called life, okay? Who are you truly? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising signs. Oh, sorry, I want to make sure you guys can hear me on my mic. Hopefully you guys can. Oh my goodness, I love seeing it. Love seeing it. So you guys got the horse, which I feel in Western astrology, Sagittarius is depicted by the centaur or the horse. Love seeing that. Wow. So Sagittarius, your existence involves freedom and authenticity, okay? I've seen on social media and other places where people say being authentic is not a real thing, and that's very strange. There's a lot of things that people have to say. There's a lot of knowledge out there, or people spreading information that maybe they've been shown by their spiritual team. I don't know. There's a lot of people who say that this is true, that's a lie. Honestly, it's what your soul tells you that is true for you, right? It is what your soul's path has in store for you. Okay. So this is all about choices. Life is about choices. I don't necessarily, personally, this is just my personal belief. I don't believe that things are just written out and you're just supposed to live that out. You don't have a choice but to live it out. No, I believe that there's a memo that has been, put out there by your spiritual team that, hey, we want Sagittarius to experience this, experience that, and we're going to make sure that we place those opportunities in front of them and around them. Hopefully they pay attention to it, but it's really up to you. It's really up to you, Sagittarius, to determine whether something is good for you or not. Some things we are blind to, so we can have an opportunity right in front of our faces and we just never take advantage of it in a certain lifetime because we are afraid or we just weren't paying attention and our focus is elsewhere. There may be some romantic partnerships that some people may never experience because just weren't paying attention. So, Sagittarius, if there are those of you who might be struggling with your authenticity or struggling with being the true you, truly yourself, no matter how silly you are, no matter how, you know, some of you guys may have a very loud laugh, maybe, and there may be some people who may think that your laugh is too obnoxious. I don't know where that came from, but that's just how you are. Your laugh is very infectious, or your laugh is supposed to wake people up and wake people up to positivity and comedy and, good times, right? You had the penguin. I love that. That is so sweet. That is, penguins are so sweet. And yeah, Sagittarius, some of you guys may have been born into a family that had a lot of rules. Had a lot of rules based on culture, based on religion, some people based on race, based on gender, what have you. There was a lot of rules set in place that you may have felt you were supposed to abide by. And some of you guys probably did, but that at this time, if you're listening to this message, what I'm getting is this is your time to wake up to the prison that you're in or that you found yourself in. Some of you guys are in a prison, like I'm talking about on a spiritual level or even mentally, where the door is actually open, the door is unlocked, but for some reason you're not willing to step outside of your cage. You're afraid. Some of because of trauma or of what somebody. What am I getting here? Some of you guys, there's something with a father figure. It doesn't have to be your father. It could be a stepfather. It could be a grandfather, a great grandfather, some type of masculine that was very significant in your life or in your family. Who is your family? That's another question that came up. Ask yourself, who is my family? And you may have in your mind, my family is the people I was born to, but sometimes family are people that have nothing to do with bloodline. Someone tried to cover up your capabilities or try to treat you like a black sheep for some of you. Some of you guys just didn't get the chance growing up to truly be yourself, even though you tried. You tried. And some of you guys may have gotten into trouble. Some of you guys, when you were little, you really adored your parents. You really wanted them to see, you wanted them to be proud of you. Oh, some of you guys really love your mother. Hmm. Others of you, when you were little or younger, maybe even teenage years, you saw yourself, maybe you didn't see yourself as very attractive, maybe you did, but that was when people started to notice you, maybe in school or in your peer space, like maybe your peers really started to pay attention to you. I'm also getting some of you, Sagittarius, when you were a teenager or a young adult, you were very fit. Some of you guys are very a bit slim, but in a healthy way. Very good muscle structure for some of you in your teenage years or in your young adult years. Some of you guys can walk for days. Okay, some of you guys, your stamina is really high. But what I'm getting here, Sagittarius, overall, is that You're meant to be free. You're meant to be one of the many examples of what freedom looks like. Hmm. Yeah, some of you guys really love your mother, and maybe you and your mother are a lot alike. Maybe your experiences in life are kind of the same. Maybe your mother, maybe she was really cared for, but she didn't really feel that she could be free to be herself to a certain degree. So she conformed to a lot of rules in the family or just in society. Your father may have really loved your mother or cared for her, or he was just there, he was there for sure, but maybe, I don't know, there's something with the mother. Um, but I'm also getting that as you grow older, some of you guys, if you guys have children or you already have a child, um, it's going to be a very beautiful experience. You have a child who they really look up to you for sure. And that may not have been a feeling that you ever thought you would experience as a human, as a person. You never thought that you would have anyone look up to you in any way. That could be for a couple of you. For those of you who want to have children, please, or just if you want to get married or you want to be in a relationship, please understand this, Sagittarius, and I'm saying this with all respect. Um, don't be rigid. Don't allow your past, the rules that have been set up in your family in your past, cause you to be rigid or cause you to raise your children. And if you do have children and you're kind of raising them in rigidity, be careful with that. Okay, please be careful with that. Every single individual in a family lineage has the opportunity or is given the opportunity to um, liberate themselves from any family curse or negative family patterns. I don't believe that there is one person in a family who is chosen to break a generational curse. Everyone has that opportunity. It's just that a lot of people in a family lineage have been controlled in some way or have been pushed to live according to a certain family rule. And so, therefore, that fear causes that generational pattern to continue and not be broken. So, you have the opportunity, just like your parents did, to liberate your souls, to liberate yourselves, to be truly yourselves. And the Sagittarius, you were born in your family to show them what freedom truly is, what breaking cycles looks like, what being authentic truly looks like. And a lot of you were put down for that because you were causing your family to face things that they did not want to face within themselves. Your beauty, your energy, your frequency, your vibration is everything that your family chose not to be. And you were put down here to show your family and even to show some of your friends and your peers what liberation feels like and what it looks like. And that can be very triggering for some people. It can be a really big trigger for people who are not ready to liberate themselves, Sagittarius. However, there are people in your life right now who don't really expect anything of you than to just be yourself. Those are the people that you want to spend your time with. Anyone who has a certain expectation of you, toss it out. The people, now, if you have a relationship with someone where, the only thing that they expect of you is respect and equal contribution and love, that's fine. But if there are people who are putting certain expectations of you that go against who you are, that go against who you're supposed to be, mm-mm. Okay, you have slow and steady. Very beautiful. You have slow and steady. I'll put this right here. And then you have sad embrace at the bottom of the deck. Mm. Number 12 could be your lucky number that you can write down and keep on your person, or you can work with that number. 45, or 3 and 9 can be one of your lucky numbers. But Sagittarius, what I'm getting is like, yeah, there goes the horse again. You have flying, card number 20. 2 and 0 is 2, so card number 20 or 2 can also be a lucky number. But what I'm getting here is there. Oh wow, here's number 9 again. Storm fields. There are those of you, Sagittarius, you have been living in this sadness, this melancholy type energy, and it's been rough. It's been rough on you guys in this life. And it may have been rough for you guys even in past lives. But in this particular existence, in this life that you're living now, Sagittarius, you're meant to fly. You're meant to break free finally. You're meant to burst out of this false narrative, or this fake skin that you have been wrapped in by past generations. Wow. Be free, Sagittarius. Be true to you. Be truly you. Be yourself. You're different. Be that. Who cares? People, you may have people in your family or people around you who just think, you're Sagittarius is a little bit weird or a little bit bizarre. Maybe you just don't conform to certain social norms, and that's fine. You're not supposed to. You're honest, and and sometimes honesty comes in different forms for different people. You move at great speed, Sagittarius, towards what you want. Um, but that you also know when to slow down. You know what your body needs. And you may have people in your life who want you to hurry up and be a certain person, or hurry up and accomplish a certain thing. But no, you don't live up to anyone's expectations. If you need to slow down, you know when to slow down. If you need to, you know, soar high and, spread your wings, do so. It's interesting because we have this hummingbird flying alongside this horse, which is interesting. I don't know if you can see, you can't see the hummingbird. It's really small, but some people may have pinned you based on how you look, or their expectations, or some people may have had low expectations of you, and they never really saw you as being someone to reach high heights or to accomplish certain things. And that might be why this sad embrace is here, because you may realize, Sagittarius, that there were people in your life who were probably closest to you who had low expectations of you, and they try to make you very small, like this hummingbird. They didn't see your beauty. But hummingbirds are very beautiful creatures too. If you look closely at them and look at their colors, they're very beautiful creatures. But there's someone here who, where maybe they compared you to someone that looks like this horse here, and they're just like, yeah, you need to be more like them. Or I don't know, maybe you had some dreams and goals, and there was somebody or something that made you feel like, I could never accomplish that because I'm not strong enough, or I'm not smart enough, or I'm not this or not that. There's someone in your life or something that just kind of caused you to really change, not change, but you've been raised or brought up to believe that there's no way that you can amount to a certain level, and that is far from the truth, Sagittarius. It's far from the truth. It's not true. So there is something that really broke your heart, or something that you had to face about someone, where you had to come to terms with it, and you had to realize this person really, they really don't have high expectations. And this could be a father figure, this could be a mother figure, this can be someone in your family where You had to just take it for what it was. You just kind of had to look back on it and realize, wow, they really didn't have a lot of faith in me. And you may come up with different reasons why, you may be like, maybe I deserved it, or I didn't do good enough in school, or, whatever. I was a bad kid, or whatever, right? Whatever things you want to come up with as to why a parent or an adult or someone from your past just didn't see your potential. At the end of the day, that's still hurtful. At the end of the day, it's still far from the truth. You're very capable, Sagittarius. Very, very, very capable. More capable than most in your friendship group or in your family group. And it's quite possible, in this lifetime that you will fly higher than most in your family's lineage, or in your friendship space. And you may realize that the people that you should be hanging around are the people who are willing to help you fly just as high as they are, or higher, and they're there to join you. They're not there to bring you down and to weigh you down. You know, spend time with people who are like-minded as you, who, they don't have to have the same beliefs or anything, but when you're taking off and you're just free and you're just running and frolicking, you want people to do the same thing with you. You want people to have the same amount of fun. You've been through a lot, Sagittarius. I'm so sorry. That's a lot to deal with in your life, but you're here, right? You are here. You're beautiful. And, you just have to see that. You have to see that, Sagittarius, okay? I know you guys have been through a lot, but when the storm settles and the waters, stop, when the rain stops falling, there's stillness, there's sunlight, and then there's growth, right? Hmm. Let's pull a couple more cards, you guys, for Sagittarius, Sun, and Moon, and Rising signs. I'm really getting that there is a parent. If this is not a mother figure, I was feeling strong mother figure, but if there is a father or a mother in your family unit, or just, maybe it was a grandmother or something, there was someone in your family, a very significant male or female, who experienced the same troubles, similar troubles that you have experienced. And there's something to be learned from that. There's something to take away from that, Sagittarius. There is someone in your family who has been put in a cage and sad for a very long time, whether they admit that or not. You were born, Sagittarius. Please listen when I say this. You were born to liberate your family, whether you want to take that initiative or not. And this other family member, this other person who either married into your family or were born into your family in the past, they were also born to liberate themselves and to help your family see the truth of who they truly are on a higher level. So your family, just like everyone else's family on this planet, have been given opportunity after opportunity. Whenever a child is born, there is something to be learned from what the ancestors experienced and into the future. There is always an opportunity, and always multiple opportunities within a family's lineage to be better, to heal, right? And most families do not take that time to heal. Okay, you have tracked down your fears and desires, the hunter. That is Sagittarius energy. And then you have star ancestor. Follow the voice of your soul, star ancestor. So what was I saying about ancestry and healing, right? There is some star ancestor from your soul's journey. There is some ancestors from your family lineage on this plane who were born to help your family heal. And They probably more than likely chose not to take that on because of the difficulty and the struggles that they would face from your family or from society if they did truly fight against those rules and regulations, right? So maybe this is your time to be inspired by that and actually take that on and decide, I don't want to follow these rules anymore. It's not helping any of us, right? This is your time to be truly you. It's just your time, Sagittarius. Be truly you. Be true to you. One more card, you guys. Moving forward for Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Let's see. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. For why they exist. What are they here for on this planet? So I pray that these messages find you at the right time. Whoever needs to hear this, okay? Yeah, you have trust. I don't know if you guys can really see that, but you have trust. And you also have giving and receiving. Some of you guys may have Scorpio in your chart somewhere. The Scorpio got the same messages at the bottom of the deck. Um, yeah, so you have to trust, Sagittarius, that these natural urges that you receive in your body and in your soul and in your heart, that they are not going to lead you astray, that they are not there to trip you up. When challenges arise, or when it comes time to challenge yourself and to rise to the occasion, a lot of the fear that you face come from other people who may doubt you, or who may have a different perspective of the situation at hand. Everyone has opinions, everyone has a way of dealing with things, but if everyone just followed their spirit instead of following fear and doubt, I feel like the world would be a better place and we'd be able to agree on things a bit easily than if we just follow our ego and what our brains tell us, because our brains are easily controlled. Our minds easily pick up information that could be true and may, or sometimes may not be true. It takes your spirit to guide you down the right path, because our minds are attached to these bodies. Our spirits, they may be attached to the body, but after our bodies leave, or after they die, our souls remain. Our brains don't. So that's why, um, if this is advice, Sagittarius, follow your soul. Your soul is never going to die. It never changes. It transforms, but your soul is never going to lead you down the wrong path. It's just going to remind you of who you are every single time, and you have to be brave enough to see it for what it is and accept it, no matter who is there to disagree with you or to put you down or to make you feel stupid or unworthy, whatever, right? Who cares what people think? It's all about what you know in your soul, okay? Much love and light to all of you, Sagittarius. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, guys.